Well, this should be fun. My dog is down there. Anyway, so this is a book I picked. It's School Children from Tracy Kidder. And Tracy Kidder, he's kind of like a journalist. So it's basically like he interviews people and gets their feelings on things. I think I've read this. I know I've read other books from him. This was in my shelf, and definitely this would be like decades old if I did read it. But what's going to happen is I'm going to open this up, and it's going to be something about a school child, and I'm going to have some horrible ideas about how the world should work. I'm going to start at 3. This is on page 129. A dusting of snow covered the playground. Heavy coats filled the closets. Out in the hall, just before Pam's last grammar lesson, one of the last lessons she would teach the class, so Pam's the teacher, Chris said, "Well, Pam," who calls their teacher by their first name? "Well, Pam, are you ready to slam down the book and close the door and let him have it?" Pam looked at Chris, and then Pam hunched her shoulders and smiled. Chris went to the sofa. In a moment, she arose and sneaked up to the door of room 205. She peeked through the gun-slit window. Oh, God. Pam just threw down the book. I wish I could hear what she's saying. I told her to get right up to Robert's face with her teacher finger. That made So Pam was teaching a grammar lesson, definitely a teacher. Chris is going at Pam. Chris is on the sofa. I don't know. Anyway, she peeked through the gun-slit window. Oh, God, Pam threw down the book. I wish I could hear what he's saying, or what she's saying. I told her to get right up to Robert's face with her teacher finger. Chris went back to the sofa. Oh. If I was Chris, I'd just hang out on the sofa and let this thing play out because this sounds weird. From there, she could hear Pam's voice, not the words, but the form of it. Loud and angry, but confident. God, I hate it when they do that. In a moment, all was still, and this time quiet endured. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that off right there. I'm going to do in the next paragraph. I haven't read it yet, but I hate it when authors take that. They're like, it was loud, it was angry. I'm not going to describe it. I'm not going to tell you why. In a moment, all is still. So everybody's screaming and everything is still. You need to tell us why the fuck everything is still. This time, quiet endured. So, and I started this at the beginning of a chapter. So this isn't like I cut in the middle of a thing where there was like an ongoing fight. Tracy Kidder, I don't know. I'm just going to read the next paragraph because I feel like I have to. Afterward, Pam told Chris, and Chris is on the sofa at this point, just in case you are not keeping track, that the class behaved well after she slammed down the book. But they never said that she slammed down the book in the thing I read. And let Charlent's, Charlenc, so Charlent's have it. So she slammed down a book and gave it to Charlent's. All this stuff happened. This is just bad writing, I think. I don't know. Pam said she felt better. She said she believed that the class had been waiting for her to do that, and that they felt better too. She's learning, said Chris after school that day. Well, maybe there was a bunch of build-up in the prior chapters, but that is not a way to tell a story, because none of that made sense. So your whole thing is you got your teacher getting in trouble, and you open with a dusting of snow covered the playground. I mean, that doesn't matter. I mean, if you went so far back to be like, we set up all these like emotions, and they're like, but wait, I need to tell you about the weather. I just lost a lot of respect for Tracy Kidder. What the fuck is this? Out in the hall before. I like this guy. This is pissing me off that he's so bad at this. All right. I don't know. Nobody needs to be as angry at Tracy Kidder as I am. But I would not, man, I'll read that book. I think I have read that book. Actually, I'm 99% sure I have read that book.
If we don't secure our borders,